Sai Ram. We move on to the next chopai. This one we had already dealt in the previous talk. Though the lines were not read out. दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुग्रम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते. The most difficult tasks in the world become easy to accomplish by your grace. Towards the end of the previous talk, we dealt with this when we learned that we may have physical strength, knowledge and expertise, material resources, etc. But despite having all these material strengths, the work sometimes seems impossible to complete, whereas there are times when we have little or no resource to attend to a task or face a situation, yet the person attains success when he takes refuge in God, in Hanuman, and obtains God's grace. Okay, we move on to the next, which has a very deep inner significance. राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे. Hanuman, you are the guardian at Rama's door. Rakhware is Rakhwali in Hindi. Nobody can move forward without your permission. This means attaining Lord's darshan or attaining Lord himself is possible only with Hanuman's blessings. The truth is that Hanuman is anxious that all of us should have darshan of the Lord. He doesn't stop anybody. Here, darshan has a very deep inner significance which we will learn as we move forward. He does not stop anybody but directs them only to have proper feeling, inner feeling, so that the door of their own heart opens up to the Lord within them. In this manner, he is the doorkeeper of the Lord. Hanuman can allow or deny access to anyone wanting to see the Lord. It is usual for the Lord to choose who should or who should not enter his abode. But here with Hanuman, the case is different. Hanuman himself chooses whom to allow and whom to deny. We know how Hanuman allowed entry to Sugriva and Vibhishana, to the world of Lord, to the grace of Lord. Hanuman is the ever-vigilant God at the door of Shri Rama. He pulls people towards Lord Rama. In a deeper sense, we need a guru without whom it is difficult to recognize the Lord, go near the Lord, reach the Lord and merge with the Lord, or merge in self. Goswami Tulasidas ji says, entry to the abode of God is possible, is easy only through serving and following the instructions of Guru or saints or instructions of scriptures, Mother Shruti. In Ramacharita it is mentioned that when Vibhishana meets Hanuman for the first time in Lanka, Vibhishana addresses Hanuman as Sant and says, Admohi ba bharosa Hanumanta, binu hari kripa milahi nahi santa. Hanuman, I am aware that without the grace of Hari, it is impossible to get nearer to a sage, saint like you. We had said earlier that without the grace of Guru, it is not possible to reach God. Here, it is the other way that Vibhishana says. What Vibhishana says? Binu Hari Kripa Milahi Nahi Santa. Without the grace of God, we cannot get a Guru or sage. When God is aware that a true Bhakta or a true Sadhaka's time has come to tread the spiritual path with sincerity, He chooses a Guru for him and creates a situation for him to speak, to see, to speak, to develop faith, and then to follow God's chosen Guru who walks into his life with God's grace. In the last talk, we went through how Vibhishana, when his time came, could meet Hanuman even in the city of demons, in the city of Rajas, and how through Hanuman he could reach Sri Rama. Upholding the greatness of sages, Goswami Tulasidas ji writes in Ramacharita again, More man Prabhu as Vishwasa, Ram te adhik Ram kardasa, Ram Sindhu dhan Sajjan dhira, Chandan taru Hari Sant samira. I have this belief in my heart, my Lord, that the servant of Sri Rama is more than Sri Ram himself. Where Ramji is the vast ocean, the saints are the clouds causing heavy rain. Where Hari is like a sandalwood tree, saints are like wind carrying the fragrance of the sandalwood far and wide. Pay attention to both illustrations. The sea is full of water. Here, Ramji is the vast ocean. Tulasidas ji says, the sea or the ocean is full of water. But when the clouds lift the water from the same sea and rain it properly, not only peacocks, papihas and farmers, but everyone, for for everyone in the world, a wave of joy flows. In the same way, the Supreme Self or Brahman or consciousness is present everywhere. But unless the saints or the Guru who have realized God do not spread the influence or message or teachings of Shruti everywhere, the people of the world cannot know the Supreme God and realize the Supreme God or Self. When Mahatmas taking the quality of equality, peace, love, knowledge and bliss from the Supreme Source, shower them in the world like clouds, and then the whole world benefits from the same. The sentiment here is that if there were no saints, who would have expanded the qualities, dignity and relevance of God or Upanishads in the world? That is why a saint is higher than God in this way. The second illustration is that just as the fragrance is in sandalwood itself, but if the air does not carry that fragrance, then the smell of sandalwood remains in the sandalwood. Similarly, if the saints do not spread the glory of God, then the world of wicked and mischievous human beings remain where they are. The virtuous do not become virtuous merely by acquiring theoretical knowledge, but through the teachings of masters or sages who have experienced all the knowledge, so that on acquiring the knowledge gained from such sages or gurus, a true sadhaka is able to gather the knowledge and transform the knowledge into subjective experience. Sant Kabir says, Guru Gobind dono khade, काके लागु पाए, बलहारी गुरु आपकी गोविंद दियो बताए. गुरु और भगवान दोनों ही मेरे सम्मुख खड़े हैं, परंतु गुरु ने ईश्वर को जानने का मार्ग दिखा दिया है. Guru or the saints show the way to reach God. They guide. Therefore, their status is above God. To reach God, first one should serve their Guru or the sages and the saints. After getting knowledge from them, one should try to live life accordingly. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, Ved Vyas ji has said through the mouth of Vasudeva that saints are superior even to God, and if anyone is pure, then he is a saint. Three things are considered sacred in Indian culture: Kashi, Himalaya and Ganga. Kashi, it is said that one who visits Kashi attains mukti. Kashi means Marana Mukti. But for that one has to reach Kashi and take the journey with all hardship. Himalaya is holy, no doubt, but money, resources, and above all physical strength is needed to go to Himalaya. Ganges is holy, but it is of unseen fruit. Ganga gives salvation after death. But here, above all these three are the saints, because the very thought of saint can bestow a bhakta or sadhaka, divine, happy and joyful and brilliant experience while living in association with such a guru. If there were no saints like Adi Shankara or Sant Gyaneshwar, we would not have got to read the Bhagavad Gita. We do not have the power in ourselves to read the Gita. That is why the greatness of saint is that a saint is greater than God, because these are all the saints who have given us a Bhagavad Gita in a way that we can read, understand, digest, practice and transform ourselves. Lord Rama's darshan, we read in the translation of this Ram Dware Tum Rakhware Chaupai, that Lord Rama's darshan is possible only with your blessings. There is a story of Tulasidas ji in this context. He was asked to go to Chitrakoot for darshan. There, after he had a bath in the Mandakini river, two handsome youth, resembling princes, one fair and one dark, came on horseback. Tulasidas ji did not take note of them. Afterwards, Hanuman comes to him in dream and asks if he had the darshan of the Lord. Tulasidas ji says to Hanuman that at least he should tell the devotees when the Lord is coming. Then Hanuman said, he will be there as well and will be applying tilak on the foreheads of the two princes, so that Tulasidas ji can recognize them. If true surrender is there, there will be no worries whatsoever. Worry, tension and stress are all expressions of fear. The devotee resolves this problem by surrender to the Lord. Paramahamsa Yogananda writes about the role of Guru. This today it's all dedicated to the saints or realized masters or Guru. He says, the Guru Gita aptly describes the Guru as a dispeller of darkness. Verse 17 in the Guru Gita. From Gu, darkness, and Ru, that which dispels. A true God-illumined Guru is the one in his attainment of self-mastery has realized his identity with the omnipresent Spirit. Such a one is uniquely qualified to lead the seeker on his inward journey towards perfection. The blind cannot lead the blind. Only a master one who knows the God may rightly teach others about God. To regain one's divinity, one must have such a master or guru. He who faithfully follows a true guru becomes verily like the guru, for the guru helps to elevate the disciple to his own level of realization, not a shade lesser than his own level. When you are moving blindly through the valley of life, stumbling in darkness, you need the help of someone who has eyes. You need a guru. To follow one who is enlightened is the only way out of the great muddle that has been created in the world. I never found true happiness and freedom until I met my Guru, Guru Yukteswar, he who was spiritually interested in me and who had the wisdom to guide me. Within your heart, cry constantly for God. When you have convinced the God of your desire for God, God will send someone as your guru to teach you how to know Guru first, so that the Guru can teach you later. Writing on how a Guru provides guidance in mysterious ways to a deserving disciple, Shivanandaji Maharaj from Ananda Kutira says, just see how the Lord has helped the devotees in the following instances. Eknath heard an Akashavani. It said, see Janardhan Pant at Devagiri. He will put you in the proper path and guide you. Eknath acted accordingly and found his Guru. Tukaram received his mantra Ramakrishna Hari in his dream. He repeated this mantra and had vision of Hari. Lord Krishna directed Namdev to get his higher initiation from a sannyasin at Mallikarjuna. Queen Chudalai assumed the form of Kumbhamuni, appeared before her husband Shikidwaja in the forest and initiated him in the mysteries of Kaivalya. Madhura Kavi saw a light in the firmament for 3 days consecutively. It guided him and took him to his Guru, Nammalvar, who was sitting in Samadhi underneath a tamarind tree near Tinneveli. Competent disciples are never in want of a competent Guru. Realized souls are not rare. Ordinarily ignorant-minded persons cannot easily recognize them. Only a few who are pure and embodiments of all virtuous qualities of the sadhana chatushtaya can understand realized souls, and then only will be benefited in their company. So long as there is a world, there are gurus and Vedas to guide the struggling souls in the path of self-realization. The number of realized souls may be less in the Iron Age when compared with the Satyuga, but they are always present to help the aspirants. Let each man take the path according to his capacity, temperament, and understanding. His Sadguru will meet him along that path, said Brahmanishi Shivananda Maharaj. Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Sai Ram.